So Davidoff released the original Cool Water way back in 1988. Since then, they've released a slew of flankers and special editions. They even released an intense version in 2019 that didn't even come close to the original. Well, it's 2021 and they released a Parfum version. Is this one finally going to smell like the original, but last longer? Stay tuned to find out. So today's video is going to be another unboxing, first impressions, and update video. This time I come to the house of Davidoff. It is their latest release, Cool Water Parfum. So Cool Water Parfum is a men's aromatic spicy fragrance released in 2021. The nose behind this fragrance is Jean-Christophe Horault and is an Eau de Parfum concentration. Alright, let's check out this presentation. Alright, so here's the box for Cool Water Parfum. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this presentation as it does look like the original box. Same shade of blue. It just says Parfum here. Other than that, everything else looks pretty much the same. Let's check out the bottle. So here's the bottle for Cool Water Parfum. As you can see, it does resemble the original bottle. It's just clear glass instead of dark blue glass. We do have the same cap. Silver atomizer. It does say Parfum here. Other than that, not too much that different with this bottle. This is a 100 ml bottle and it sells for $86 at Macy's. Alright, so here are the notes for Cool Water Parfum. In the top we have lemon and pink pepper. In the mid we have vetiver. And at the base we round things off with sandalwood. Yeah, so I do have a little bit of experience with the House of Davidoff. I want to say they released like a more of a higher end line. It was a something leather. I can't remember. I'll put a picture here if I can find it. That was probably one of the best, highest quality fragrances they've put out over the years. I've tried a few of theirs over the years, but nothing really stood out from the entire house except for probably that one. But I do like the original Cool Water. Again, it does smell like green Irish tweed, so many of you guys probably know that. And like I mentioned before, they did release an intense version in 2019 that just fell flat. It was really more of a gourmand scent, or had like orange blossom and tonka bean. I don't know where they were going with that fragrance. It smelled nice, don't get me wrong, but it didn't smell anything like Cool Water. It had nothing to do with the Cool Water line. It wasn't fresh. It wasn't like an oceanic fragrance or any kind of aquatic or anything like that. And so looking at the notes, there really isn't that many similar notes in this Parfum version than the original. The only note that I could find on Fragrantica anyway that it shared was the sandalwood. So I'm guessing it's going to have that same sort of sandalwood DNA that the original brought to the table. But other than that, like, you know, who knows where this one's going to go. I'm hoping it's going to be similar DNA, just stronger or longer lasting. That's usually what I ask for in these parfums or intenses or extreme versions. We'll see. Some people have been waiting a long time for a Cool Water to actually, for Davidoff to come out with a Cool Water version that actually lasts a lot longer, because the original is not bad, but, you know, and right now you could probably get them at Marshall's for 20 bucks, but still, you know, you don't really want to have to reapply every time. It'd be kind of nice if it smelled like the original, but sort of goes in its own direction a little bit. But I don't know. So let's give this fragrance a first impression. Here we go. Clean hand. Pop the cap. Again, there might be planes flying over, so if you guys hear that, I apologize. I try to cut that out, but okay. Good sprayer. Immediately getting a different kind of fragrance. I'm not getting any kind of DNA from the original Cool Water just yet. I'm getting the citrus notes. The pink pepper is giving it that zinginess, that freshness that pink pepper brings to the table. Man, this really does remind me of another fragrance, and it's not Cool Water, unfortunately. Maybe in the dry down with that sandalwood, I'll get some of the Cool Water DNA. This just smells like a lot of these fresh fragrances coming out right now, and this one honestly isn't really blowing me away. It smells good, don't get me wrong. Very fresh with the lemon, very zingy and bright with the pink pepper. The vetiver is there, but it's not like giving it too much of an earthy or rootiness, you know, that vetiver brings to the table. So it's not like Terre d'Hermès or anything like that. And I mean, you're getting the sandalwood. I'm guessing it's going to be a lot creamier and thicker in the dry down. But right now, it really is, man, I know it's really early, and hopefully I changed my mind. Right now, it's just nothing special, honestly. Yeah, just very citrusy and spicy. Again, don't get me wrong, it smells nice, and I bet this will smell really nice in the heat. But this does not remind me of Cool Water right now. And this sort of reminds me of a lot of other fragrances, the openings at least, right? Because they all kind of share the same citrusy opening with some pink pepper or some black pepper for spiciness. Yeah, again, kind of boring. Been here, smelled this before in other fragrances, so I'm not blown away. Not sure how much time I'm going to invest in this first half of the video because it's kind of falling flat. Again, I'm not getting the Cool Water DNA. I don't know why these companies can't seem to do this. Again, it could change. I'm just saying, I don't understand why they can't do that. Why they can't give me a fragrance that smells like the original, but just lasts longer, stronger. Some people have figured it out, but most haven't. Again, not going to beat up on this fragrance too bad because it does smell nice. Citrusy, spicy, fresh. Definitely getting the vetiver now. So this does have a bit of a Bleu de Chanel touch. So I think this fragrance might be coming off of that type of fragrance because that vetiver note's definitely making it seem like it's more of a Bleu de Chanel, or that I believe it was called Missoni. It's the kind of a Bleu de Chanel takeoff as well. This kind of makes me feel like it's going down that route for a fragrance, which again, it's not a bad thing when it comes to a fragrance. It smells really nice. Who knows? Maybe this stuff will last all day and you'll be impressed with it for different reasons. But right now, this does not smell like the original Cool Water. But the lemon note is very fresh. It's very strong. Very natural smelling. The pink pepper is definitely doing its thing. The vetiver note, like I said, is giving it the Bleu de Chanel taste because it's starting to kick in more. So I'm getting that feel for it now, which people love that fragrance. But again, come on, Davidoff. Like, maybe this is their turn at that type of fragrance. But, I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm getting anyway. So again, not going to spend too much time on this first half because, again, like I mentioned, the first like 10 or 15 seconds of just not being blown away. But so this is nice, but it's been done before. I'm going to go ahead right now and say this reminds me of Bleu de Chanel, those types of fragrances, and sort of leave it at that right now. I obviously will give you the dry down in the update, but right now that's just the opening. That's why I do the first half and the second half. Who knows? Maybe this thing will take a complete change and it will smell more like Cool Water here in a little while. But as of now, I'm getting all Bleu de Chanel. So yeah, I'm going to wear this fragrance today over the next few days. Give you guys an update shortly. Talk to you then. Alright guys, well I'm back with my update for Cool Water Parfum. But yeah, so Davidoff's Cool Water Parfum. I'm not going to spend too much time on this update, honestly, because this fragrance really didn't impress me that much. It didn't smell anything like Cool Water. And that's what I wanted. I wanted a stronger version of the original Cool Water, and I did not get that. What I did get was a Bleu de Chanel type of fragrance. Now you guys might disagree with me, and that's fine. But that's mostly what I got. I got a lot of that lemon, and I got a lot of that vetiver. So citrusy on top, and it's a lot of vetiver. Now there's some other notes in there, I remember, but that's mainly what I got. And honestly, that's, to my nose, all I got was Bleu de Chanel or Missoni or fragrances that remind you of that type of fragrance. I want to say for Granica, people say this reminded them of something else. Can't recall. I'll put a picture of that screenshot right here if I can remember. But I remember thinking that it didn't remind me. Oh, they said it smelled like Sauvage. This does not smell like Sauvage. I can see why they might say that a little bit, but not overall. Overall, I think to my nose anyway, this does smell like Bleu de Chanel, and I will stick by that. And to me, that's just a little boring. You know, we've all smelled that fragrance. We don't really need to revisit that fragrance. All I wanted was a fragrance that smelled like the original, and this did not. Longevity for this fragrance was average to slightly above average. Why I will say slightly above average? One, because this is a parfum. I got 8 hours with this fragrance. Now, for a parfum, that's pretty much par for the course, right? You're expecting to get 8 hours from a parfum. But this is a fresh fragrance, so that's why I said slightly above average, because when you get a fresh fragrance, you don't really expect to get 8 hours. But I did get 8 hours with this fragrance. Every time I wore this fragrance. Yeah, I got closer to the skin. I'll get to that in a minute. But it hung around, so I'll smell my arm after 8 hours, and it was still there. The projection for this fragrance was moderate. Again, this is a parfum, but it is a fresh fragrance, so I really wasn't expecting any miracles out of this one. The first hour and a half, again, like most fragrances, are going to be your best bet for this fragrance. You do get decent wash from this fragrance in the first couple of hours, but it does get closer to the skin after that. Again, it's a fresh fragrance, so it's not going to be filling up any rooms, but it's not bad in the first couple of hours. Seasons for this fragrance, well, if you guys haven't guessed already, this fragrance is going to be best for the warmer to hotter months of the year. This does open with that nice fresh lemon note, and it goes into that zingy pink pepper note. Gets nice and woody in the dry down, but overall it does, it's very nice and citrusy on top. There's even a bit of a tropical vibe in there. Not really sure if it's like a pina colada type of thing going on with this one. Not really sure where that comes from. Maybe some of the notes just sort of mixed to kind of give it that vibe a little bit, but overall it is more of a citrusy fragrance. Again, nice and fresh and zingy, invigorating. So definitely be best for the warm months of the year. Occasions for this fragrance, well, initially I thought this fragrance would be perfect for casual day wear, but the more I wore it, the more I realized, with that vetiver note and that sandalwood, I was like, well, it probably can be worn for evening events as well. It's not going to be strong enough for a club or anything like that, but I do think this is just mature enough for evening events, dress down, suit and tie, maybe even a wedding day scent. Pretty much anywhere you guys can wear Bleu de Chanel, you can wear this fragrance. Ages for this fragrance, I'm going to say, are 25 and up. While this is very affordable for a brand new fragrance, 100 ml is $86 at Macy's. And for a Macy's fragrance that's brand new, that's pretty good price, especially for a parfum concentration. But this fragrance is a bit more mature. So I'm going to say 25 and up is a safe age range for this fragrance because it is a bit more mature. Again, younger guys can easily afford this one. But I think when you guys smell it, the younger guys might be turned off by the sandalwood and mostly that vetiver. The vetiver note is pretty prominent in this fragrance. It's not super earthy and, it's not that bad. I've tried some vetiver fragrances that are pretty bad. This one's not bad in that realm of vetiver fragrances, but I do think that vetiver note does butch this fragrance up a little bit. So I'm going to say 25 and up is a perfect age range for this fragrance. So overall, this is a pleasant fragrance, but guys, it reminds me too much of other fragrances, especially the Bleu de Chanel take. And I know I've been saying that all video long, so I'm really sorry if I sound like a broken record. But that is like my take, and I have to really just kind of stick with that because if I'm going to suggest a fragrance out there, I can't suggest a fragrance that's going to remind you of another one, or if you already own it, or you just didn't like it to begin with. Again, you guys can debate down in the comments whether you guys think this reminds you of Bleu de Chanel or Missoni or those types of fragrances, or maybe even Sauvage. But right now I'm sticking with the Bleu de Chanel thing just because it just smells not exact, but enough of it to me to kind of not really warrant two purchases. Again, bluntly put, this should have smelled more like a stronger version of the original Cool Water. Sadly, I don't think that's ever going to happen, right? They had the intense version or the extreme that came out in 2019, and that one was like a gourmand scent. It was like a fresh sort of orange blossom tonka bean scent, which is kind of a fresh gourmand thing going. I'm not really sure where they wanted to go with that one, but it didn't smell like the original. And all of these other flankers, now I haven't tried all of them, and there's a ton out there, but maybe you guys can help me out in the comments, but I don't know if they've ever come out with a flanker that smells just like the original, but just maybe tweaked up a little bit. I just think that they're really using this bottle and this brand name here to really just sell flankers and just make money. I get it. That's what designers do. But sadly, I'm still waiting for that stronger version of the original formula that we got back in, I believe it was 1988, like I mentioned before. So yeah, I don't know if we're ever going to get that. And when we do get that, I will sing its praises when it finally gets here, which again, I don't think it's ever going to get here. So until then, I guess you guys can just double up on your original Cool Water, or maybe go get some Green Irish Tweed or some Shea Bond, or just fragrances that remind you of the original Cool Water, but are just stronger. So sadly, I can't really recommend buying this one. I will say go out and try it. I'm sure you guys can find this one at Macy's or Dillard's. They're probably really pumping this one out. Again, if you like it, you should get it. Just try it out first. I'm not gonna say blind buy this one. I'm not gonna say it's anything special, but I mean, who knows? Maybe this is your first time trying a Bleu de Chanel type fragrance, and you just really like it, and good for you, because that's a really popular fragrance for a reason. People love that fragrance, and it's one of their best sellers. So I just think that this is where Davidoff was going. I think they were trying to tap into their market and try to get some of that sort of audience that likes that sort of DNA. So Cool Water Parfum is a pass for me. But you guys, let me know your thoughts on this fragrance down in the comments below. I'd love to know if you guys tried this fragrance. Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know your thoughts on this fragrance down in the comments below. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching our video on my channel. If you like this video, please click that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications for future first impressions videos and fragrance-related content just like this. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Dollars and Cents. There, you'll find fragrance-related photos and future contest winners. And as always, until next video, you guys take care. Thanks.